was love at first sight, and they were together from 16 until they married at 18.
I wish I was related to Frances, if I'm really honest. And she's someone you wish that you had in your life. She just is so nurturing, just a loving kind of mother hen.
But 50-year-old Frances, the matriarch of the large and wealthy Hall family, is losing her grip, embroiled in a venomous war of words with her husband's mistress, Bonnie Contreras, who is almost half her age.
She had told my mother she was going to show up at my mother's office and beat her up.
Frances had never met her husband Bill's mistress, but on October 13, 2013, on Loop 1604 in San Antonio, they collide.
Frances is leaving her niece's volleyball game. She comes to a stoplight. She sees Bill go by on his big custom Harley. A few seconds later, she sees her Range Rover, her $130,000 brand new car, drive by with this woman she has never laid eyes on in her life.
We came to that stoplight and he's like, roll your window down. So I rolled my window down and my cousin was on the speakerphone. And he goes, I love you so much, Gorda. He goes, I'm so happy. And I said, I love you too, hon. And then the light turned green. And that was the last time I heard his voice.
Frances's 32-year marriage in ruins, her husband's young mistress driving her family car, she is suddenly out of her mind. Her defense attorney tells our Matt Dorn,
she was seeing black. She'd gotten all these things attacking her personally, and she was done. She says, I gripped the steering wheel, and I just go, that bitch.
Frances hits the gas in her black Cadillac Escalade and makes a U-turn. A decision that will destroy many lives.
She calls me and she tells me, I just saw your dad and Bonnie. I'm going to turn around and confront her.
She had tunnel vision. I do believe that she wasn't going to stop until she had the opportunity to get at Bonnie.
Bill, a multimillionaire, loved life in the fast lane, but he couldn't have expected this. His two lovers in a game of life and death cat and mouse on the highway.
Bear County 911, what is your location?
I got a black Escalade and a black Range Rover driving on passing people on the wrong side of the road on 1604, going towards Highway 90. They're traveling at a high rate of speed. I don't know, 90, 100 miles an hour, acting like idiots.
I feel somebody hit me from behind. And at first, I thought it was an accident. And then I was like, what the heck? And then I felt it again. And I looked through my rearview mirror, and it's Frances in the truck.
Bonnie claims Frances rams her 14 times.
Bill was in front of me. Bill didn't know she was behind me yet. And Bill was on the bike, and then she just kept ramming me and ramming me. I was flooring it more, pushing on the gas more to get away from her. So she kept hitting me, and she threw me onto oncoming traffic.
As the chase unfolds, a chilling voicemail arrives from Frances's daughter, Nikki.
Told you to watch your back, you stupid slut.
That voicemail, just really haunted us because they wanted to use that as some sort of motive.
Evidence that Bonnie says shows what Frances is about to do to the father of her two children is deliberate and premeditated.
And I remember yelling at the top of my lungs, and I yelled, Frances just hit Bill.
And hits the back of Frances's car.
I just saw Escalade sideswipe a motorcycle, and the man needs medical attention immediately.
As emergency teams are dispatched, Frances continues the high-speed chase.
She had just hit her husband, a man that she claims to love, that she's in love with, that will always be the love of her life. But yet you don't stop and see if he's dead or alive?
Well, her claim ultimately was that she was unaware that she had struck Bill.
There's no way that she didn't see him. He's on a bike. You're in an Escalade. You have clear view.
Eventually, Bonnie escapes, but when she returns to the crash site, Bill is clinging to life.
I don't want to picture it. I wish I could have just held him so tight with my arms and told him how much I love him, how much I needed him.
Frances is there too, and police quickly notice her damaged Cadillac, the rear window of the Escalade completely blown out.
A patrol officer comes by and tells the sergeant, hey, I'm talking to someone over here, which was Bonnie, who says that the wife ran him off the road. At the time Frances hears this, she gets up and leaves her dying husband's side and starts to walk away.
Moments later, Frances Hall, a 50-year-old mother with no criminal history, is in handcuffs. She is being processed at the police station when Bill dies in the hospital.
I've been with him since I was 16.
I remember my brother and I going to the jail and waiting there, and it was like, never in my life did I ever think that we'd be sitting here waiting to see our mother. Like, the reality really hit.
The dramatic trial that follows captures national attention.
Show mercy on me, please. I did not hurt my husband. I have lived this for 3 years. I would have never hurt my husband. Please, don't take me from my kids.
Despite the tearful testimony, the jury finds Frances guilty on one count of murder and another of aggravated assault. She's looking at life behind bars. But the jury finds her crimes to have been an act of what Texas lawmakers call sudden passion.
Sudden passion, then that changes the range of punishment to 2 to 20. And when you're in law school, what they teach you is the classic example of sudden passion is you walk in and find your spouse having sex with another person.
Reporter Elizabeth Zavala covered the sentencing, the defense arguing for the lightest possible punishment, claiming the crash was an accident.
It was just raw grief, and she begged the jury to show mercy and said that she would never have killed her husband because she loved him too much.
The sentence? A bombshell. Coming up, the war of words continues, and Frances is dropping bombs from behind bars.
And you know what she told Bill? The only way I'll take an abortion is if I get breast implants. That's love. That's love.
And just wait until you hear what the mistress has to say about that.